Mic check. 1, 2.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Check. Check.
Yep.
Ready. Hey.
Not at all.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, KB,
Black of the Bird is sweeter Joe's.
White Star GB,
Shaking.
and we also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University. Big shout out to everyone tuned in on Instagram, YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we are drinking Dinkel Bourbon Whiskey, and we will be discussing the 3 boundaries you must set for women in relationships and marriages. All right. KB,
Sup?
how was your week, man?
Extremely trying, but good. No complaints at all. You know, mortgage rates are going down a little bit, and people are tapping in. You know, got a house in Lakeview that just is going into contract tomorrow.
Good for you.
Clap that up.
Congratulations.
You know?
Congrats.
Good shit. Shout out to my homie AP for working with that with me. You know what I'm saying? He's also a Lakeview native.
Stop.
But yeah, we working. That really was good right there, Corey. I didn't know what that was, but I was like, it's a little bit loud.
Is the threats of a recession disrupting home buying?
A little bit, yeah.
Because I'm seeing everything, like every 4th thumbnail on my YouTube algorithm is you shouldn't be making any major purchases right now. Everybody's kind of saying that we should be slowing down on money and saving money and getting ready for a recession almost.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's waiting and saving, then what does that mean when it's time to buy? Then now you have to wait with everyone else to get what they want.
Right.
And now you're all kind of like in that funnel, waiting to get through.
Yeah.
You have to
Are
know.
you a contrarian?
Say that again.
A contrarian?
Yeah, you kind of have to know, like, yo, all right, what your positive money moves are if you see something that you want. You can't wait for everyone else to make the move for you and move with everyone else, because when you move with the crowd, you lose. Ultimately, you have to be the first one on it, jump. And I'm not saying that now is the perfect time to buy, but I'm saying that you can't wait for everyone else to go, because that's what happened in between 2020 and 2021.
All right.
That's why housing, open houses was around the corner. It was
Crazy,
stupid. Like
goofy,
it was, everyone wanted to get in at the same time.
Yeah.
So now you want to do something, you make the move. If it's the right crib for you, you do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait for the populace. You don't wait for the crowd, the herd to move with them.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get stomped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
word.
move on the other direction and you'll be okay. You know, don't move with the herd. When you move with the herd, you get trampled.
I love
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Good advice.
But yeah, it was a trying week.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta apologize to y'all, man, because I know y'all be hanging with me, bro. I know we have weekly meetings, and I've been like bad with them.
Yeah. You have.
I've been bad. I've been bad. That's all. I apologize in public. I'm not gonna apologize in private. I'll apologize in public.
That's why we love you, man.
I've been bad.
It's
You know what I'm
all good,
saying?
man.
I'm trying my best to make it better. So
It's all good, man. We working
Appreciate
with
it.
you know,
Appreciate it.
you know.
White Star GB, how was your week, man?
My week was glorious. The New York Football Giants
Let's go.
did their thing on
Let's go.
Saturday. Danny Dimes has been upgraded to Danny Dollars.
Danny
Oh,
Dollars.
Are you okay with that?
He got his contract.
Nah,
Oh,
not yet.
He got his contract.
I thought he was
So
up
he
for a
can-
He
contract.
will though.
If it ain't about the
He will.
money.
Yeah, he will though. He will though. Yeah, man. We got Philly this weekend. People are feeling. I'm feeling optimistic about it. You know what I mean?
We could knock them out.
Yeah, word.
We can knock them out.
Yeah, I'm hyped. We got a Saturday night game.
Mm.
Starts at 8:30, so get your nap. I know you get a little sleep around that time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know me all too well.
But
fact.
yeah, man, let's do it, man. I'm feeling amazing football time, man. Yeah, man, let's do it.
Good
Go
to
Big
hear.
Blue.
Congrats.
For
Congrats.
sure,
Congrats.
for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
This is coming from man, we got a Jets fan over here. Then this guy has a Yankees cap on. Then I got a Mets cap on.
Right.
Everybody is all rooting for the same thing, right? Are we wanting is everyone
York,
wanting
man.
them to win? I guess the only one really is Ron.
No, I
He's a
don't.
Jets
See, this
fan.
is the
He's
thing.
used to this. We win for him. Like he gets.
But they never
residual
but they
win,
never
right?
but they never
You
get
feel
into the
good
playoffs.
when we win, right?
But they never get into the
See,
playoffs.
This
No,
is,
but he feels good for us.
this is one
Oh,
of the
that's good.
issues.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about my team. Won't you just focus on your team? Focus on. You need all the chutzpah and all the energy to go towards them, man.
That's a fact.
Y'all not playing the Vikings this week. I said to you last week that y'all were playing the right team. This is a team that y'all could upset, and they, but I don't know.
Now,
Philly,
got
Philly,
another
Philly.
We should have beat them in the regular season. They kicked the fucking 68-yard field goal, some crazy shit to beat us. Like, come on now.
I would
Should've been beat
make
them.
a prediction that if they beat Philly, then they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl.
If they beat Philly, when they beat Philly, they are going to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
All right. So
I got New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Your quote, Danny Dimes gives me like a Eli vibe where it's like,
Yeah.
you think he's like
It's a good
real
feeling.
dingy and he just does stuff. He's like on some Forrest Gump shit
Yo,
where it's like
Yeah.
real
he
shit.
winds up winning the game and they be like, yo, what the fuck did he just do? Yeah, so
Feeling
it's
good about
coming
it.
together.
And he got wheels, yo,
yeah.
which is
Danny
way
got
different
wheels.
than
Yeah,
Eli.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
White walls.
White walls. They got white walls. They make regular wheels. Them is white walls.
It
Yeah.
was clean.
Yeah.
How was the week, my boy?
Cool. Yeah, man. Just prepping for this.
Yeah.
And I do mindless work, so a lot of my mental
Nah, you gotta think
fortitude
about
goes
your
into
work, bro.
doing trying to get this thing, to the
day,
next
every
level.
day.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just happy to be here, happy to be on the mic again, and ready to give the people a good show.
Absolutely.
All right.
We got a new segment at the end, right?
Yes. Yeah, man. Shout out to the folks that actually sent things in because we actually put a story on Instagram about if you needed any advice on love, relationship, sex, or dating. And we had a few people reach out, and we will give them a shout out if they want to be shouted out, or we'll read their question anonymously if they don't want to put a name out there. All right, but that's going to be the new segment that we're going to do at the end of the show. And continue to send in your questions, and we will, we'll answer them on the show, and we'll shout you out. All right. Again, I want to give a shout out to everyone tuned in on Instagram, YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars and Whiskey Podcast, Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. All right. Really quick with the drink of the night, the George Dinkle Bourbon. Couple of bullet points. Age 8 years, 45% ABV, 90 proof. They actually do a chilled charcoal filtration process. I don't know exactly what that is, but that's what they say. That's the process that they use. They say this particular whiskey gives notes of vanilla, a little bit of cherry, orange, almond, toffee, and some oak. All right. I don't know if you guys are getting any of that right now, but if you are, if you're not, We'll let it marinate a little bit, and we'll let you know how it fares at the end of the show.
Toffee and oak. For sure.
Yeah, I'm getting a little oak on it. Toffee's like sweet, like caramelly, but like on the saltier side of it. I'm getting the oak. What does it remind me of? I don't know this. I'm gonna sit with it for a little while.
All right, yeah, we'll let it marinate a little bit, and we'll come back to it. All right.
I've been sipping on it, but I haven't really been paying too much attention to it.
All right. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna react to a video that's making its way around Instagram about a couple of young ladies that are having a discussion about what exactly was the caption on the video.
Being a good man isn't enough.
Okay. Let me see. We're going to pull it up, we'll run it, and we'll react, man.
We need the headphones up loud too, right?
Yeah, hold on. Should have had that already. Woman says she doesn't believe just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with a man. That doesn't mean he's the man for you. All right?
And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor.
Hold on. Give us a second. Because we're running the clip. And
man, because
Maybe that's what
he's
they like.
he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out. Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
We will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great,
healthily,
but
he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but that's
why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out. Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship.
All right.
That clip is making its rounds this week. That clip was very popular this week. A lot of people were talking about it, and what you think?
Well, let's start with your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
I agree with her. I think being a good man isn't enough. I feel like
you agree with
the woman.
The second.
Yeah. The woman who says being a good man isn't enough. I feel like being a good man is the baseline. You know, I feel like that gets you into the door. That, you know, that's the admission fee. You know what I mean? Now, what's extra, like what keeps people together is compatibility. You know, you got to have some common interest. Your goals have to be aligned. Your beliefs have to be aligned. Your principles have to be aligned. And you have to be able to entertain each other. When she says, like, yo, she wants a man to make her laugh, if she doesn't like the person that she's with, what does it matter if he's a good man or not? He's gonna make it easier for him to get a second wife.
I catch your drift. What about you, KB? What are your first thoughts?
First thoughts is I honestly believe that a lot of women are living in denial nowadays. Is that a good way to say it? Living in denial. Yeah, like I just heard her say I heard one woman say, the first lady, she said, yeah, like this is the problem with women nowadays. You're gonna be living with 4 cats and be by yourself for the rest of your life.
That was actually her reaction to what the woman said when she said, well, what if he's not funny, or I don't like his sense of humor.
Right.
She says to her thing about the cats.
Right. And then she says to her, well, maybe that's what I want. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Why rebut that with I want to live with 4 cats and be by myself for the rest of my life? That's not what you want. And I feel like
because people feel like that's a dig, right? It is a dig.
It's a dig.
But
it's a dig.
The cat lady trope.
No, it is, but of course it's being like, a little bit extra, but it's basically saying that a woman will end up lonely by herself. She may not have cats and all that shit, but she won't have a man.
Yeah. And for you to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's what I want.
Yeah.
It's not what the fuck you want. That's not what you want. You don't want that. You don't want that. So why would you say that's what you want? I really feel like nowadays, the younger generation is leading with just things that they see and not really anything that they really hold dear to them. Like, if you want something, say that you want that. I want to have 3 kids in a picket fence house and whatever have you. There's nothing corny about that. But I feel like with social media, it's placed a system of judgment. So when you say something, someone is coming back to you and saying, oh, that shit is whack. Or that shit is corny. Like, why would you want that? Nobody is really truly genuine.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from that.
Could we speak in extremes on YouTube? YouTube is a game of extremes. You say something extreme, I say something extreme, and then we kind of meet in the middle. Like, so
IG,
she goes from,
TikTok,
dude is corny to you're going to be a cat lady. 2 extremes,
Yeah.
So, that's where, her rebuttal was probably like, okay, like, I'll take that, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I don't know. I think the fear of settling for a boring man is I think it's real for some women. You know what I mean? I think
it's real for my wife. I'm boring as hell. So what?
Some people don't want to get married twice. Some people want to get married once and get over. So they want to make sure they make the right decision.
I get it.
Ronco, I'm dying to hear what you got to say about this.
Okay.
I think you agree with me.
I don't think so. I don't think so because I think there's a mentality of, and there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's a mentality of, I want it all. I believe I could have it all. So until I have it all, #never settle. Right. And I think what KB said, it resonated with me because I'm like, women, I think previous generations of women, they didn't think like that, right? These days you won't hear a woman say, my goal is to have XYZ amount of kids and get married. Like that's not prioritized.
It's like a sign of weakness nowadays.
Yeah. Like
you
that's
pray.
What you want to do?
You pray.
You don't want to be out there making money and living.
You don't want to be an influencer.
Yeah, you don't want to do that's really not good enough in this day and age. Okay. Right? So generations before, women would be like, all right, well, he is a good man. He works, he provides. He is boring. He comes home. Like, how many grandmothers do you probably know that the grandfather just came, he worked, he came home, ate, watched some TV.
Gave him his food.
Yeah. He he wasn't.
Got drunk in front of the TV,
or even if he didn't, like he might have not been the most romantic guy. He might have not been the funniest guy. He might have just been to himself and just took care of his family and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I could hear a woman right now like, well, that woman suffered. She suffered because she didn't get what she wanted. She's
traumatized.
Right?
Well, no,
she's traumatized.
That was before Instagram. That was pre-Instagram. She didn't know that the world was bigger than her neighborhood.
Whoa,
she didn't know.
What? Hold on, because can I just interject real quick?
I'm about to cook, but go ahead.
You can keep on. You can cook. I know you're gonna cook. But Instagram is full of lies and how people want their life to be, not how life is actually. So my whole thing is you're seeing these things where people want things to be a certain way, but they're never going to be that way because life is totally different.
You can't use that verbiage though. Like you will come off as a hater, a pessimist, just like that energy is not accepted in this world.
Andrew Tate.
You can't say no, never. It won't be that way. You can't. Everything is on the table. We live in a society where everything is on the table.
You should be able to have your cake and eat it too. That's what cake is for.
That's that's the society we live on.
Yes,
everything is on the table.
Mm-hmm. And that's how we raised our children. That's how we raised our children.
You think so?
I raised my kids like that. The world is absolutely yours.
That's good, right?
All right.
But do you really believe that?
Yeah. I feel like we live in a world, we live in a society where you could become anything you want to do if you work hard enough at it. Or you can earn as much money as you want. You can, as a woman, you can have a checklist of 10 things, and if your potential husband checks off 8 of those things, you will be happy with him. But you don't have to settle. You could live in a world as a father where you could raise a female and you don't have to pressure her to get married when she's turning 28 or 26.
No,
you could trust that she'll figure it out.
I get what you're saying, but is it okay to just blindly send your kids out there and not say like, when you try to shoot for certain goals or whatever, it gets more difficult the higher you go, because that's realistic, right? You're not telling them you can't do that, but you say like, yo, know what you're up against.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
I don't think we
mentally, physically, competitively, everything.
Yeah,
all the way around.
We're not gonna say like if we're playing sports, be like, we're in the finals or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be like a preseason game. No, we playing for chips right now. So the stakes are higher.
Yeah.
It's difficult. We're going up against the best. Mm-hmm. As you go higher, as you advance in life, things get a bit more difficult, right? When you're competing for certain things, right? But we don't tell kids that.
Why does it get more difficult?
Huh?
Why does it get more difficult?
Because the stakes are higher.
And everybody wants that same thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're competing with people just as qualified as you, just as hungry as you. You got to be able to edge them out.
All right. So, but we don't tell women that. We don't tell kids that. We don't tell like, all right, if you're looking to get 5% of men, it's 80% of women trying to get this group of men. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to compete a little bit more. You're going to have to do X, Y, and Z.
This is where the extreme talk is. This is the extreme talk. This is the extreme talk. We're not talking about this. You're talking about the top 5% of men. No one's talking about the top 5% of men. She could be in the dating pool of the top, in America, the top 30%. No one's like, I'm not trying to, I'm not grooming my daughter to marry
the best man,
an exec. I'm raising my kids to marry a man that respects her, loves her, hits all the boxes. You know what I mean? He's a good person, right? That gets you in the door. But on top of that,
somebody that hits all the boxes. All the boxes.
Me. You talking about? Was it like a human?
You have no deficiencies at all.
I have no definition. I'm a perfect person. What the fuck? What are you talking about? You just met me?
Yo,
come on, America. You're looking at perfection
going back to the video. She checked off 4 boxes, and it was 1. She talked about sense of humor. Like, what if he doesn't make me laugh?
She just gave an example.
No, I get it.
Right.
But what I'm saying, her example is a lot of examples that are out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people in the dating field are looking for that perfect girl or perfect guy. Right?
Yes.
Everybody doesn't check all the boxes, right? Some dude might be funny, but he don't make no money. Some dude may be good looking, but he may
be short.
Like there a lot of times there's no perfect person, right? So to give
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Your partner should hit 8 out of 10.
That's 80% on your board?
Wasn't
8 out of
that
10.
This is what I'm saying. The example, the video that we just watched, it was 80%. She's out of 5 things. 4 to 5
She said
things.
a good person. She didn't say anything about
4 out
if
of
their
the 5
goals align.
things.
She didn't say anything. We even watched. All right, we watched. I don't know if you finished it. I know you watched The Best Man, and we watched in that Taye Diggs' character and Sanaa Lathan's character get a divorce during the show.
Yeah.
They both were good peoples, but their goals weren't aligned.
Okay.
Didn't work. You know what I mean? If your goals don't align, it's just not going to work. If this person can't entertain you, if this person doesn't.
They wanted 2 different things.
We're not even talking about religion. Like if someone's Christian and someone's Muslim, how's it going to work? These two, like if you're not compatible, it's oil and water at the end of the day.
I'm not even saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get what you're saying. Like compatibility.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a woman that's like I'm attracted to humor, right? Mm-hmm. And that's like up there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that she didn't say like, nah, I like a dude. I don't care about the other stuff. Like he could be short. He could be not the greatest looking guy, but if he could make me laugh, he got me. It wasn't that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, if he checks all these boxes and it's just this one thing that isn't, and basically I feel like what the other chick was saying was like, and I get where they're both perspectives, because you can't be with somebody who you can't be around for long periods of time, right? But that's if laughing is like humor is one of the most important things to you. That's not the most important thing to everybody, right? There are probably a ton of women out there that are in relationships and marriages that like, yeah, my guy, he's good at this, that, and the third, but yeah, he's not too great at this. But
yeah,
I love him still.
You
understand what I'm saying?
It's not the biggest deal.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what the other young lady was trying to say is like, all right, you would pretty much give up a good guy because of.
I mean, all she really said was being a good person is not enough. I'm just saying I agree with her.
No, not a good person.
Being a good man.
Being a good guy. And when she
What's a good guy? What's a good guy to you?
A good guy is someone who is someone who is respectful, of course.
Respectful, okay.
A stand-up guy.
Okay.
Who can provide.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Who can, I would say, lead. That's kind of self-assured.
Yeah, okay. Has a good reputation, well respected.
Yeah, well respected. Yeah. Yeah.
Other people like him.
Yes. Or not even like him. They respect him. Respect is more important than somebody liking you.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are just some of them.
Yeah.
But some of the characteristics.
That gets you a first date. No, that gets you a second date. Your looks get you a first date.
It should. Yes.
Second date, you talk. I mean, you know what I mean. You pass all the tests, everything like that. being a good person gets you a second date. After that, it's all on you. It's all the intangibles. It's all the other things. So if everything has to align, you know.
But I
don't feel like you should tell people to just settle for the first person to walk into your door. That's cool.
No, it's not even about settling. But
it sounds like Shorty's trying to tell us.
Okay, but how many relationships do you feel like that are out there that men or women got with people and they had one out of the 5 characteristics and they're in a relationship with that person?
Well, what's the statistic that we love to quote here? 70% of women file for a divorce in the United States. They do it. They settle all the time, and then they get divorced.
But that's settling, though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like if a woman gets with a dude because he has bread or he has status,
yeah,
but she's not compatible with him, but she may go get into a relationship with him or get married to that dude, right? And it may not work out. A man may get with the woman and the sex is great and she's great looking, but they're not compatible. She's not like his quote unquote soulmate or anything like that, but they check that box, the box that's most important to them, right? Now that's why I'm reiterating what the chick said, because if you say that this particular characteristic is super important to me, I would get it. But if a guy has multiple great characteristics about him and one thing is like, he's not this. So no. Because we know a ton of people that are in relationships with people that they didn't check half the boxes. It's just like what they wanted or what they felt they needed at the time got them into a situation or relationship or marriage.
So, KB, who do you think needs less boxes checked, men or women?
Men, we require less.
We require less.
Yeah, we require less.
But our less is more tangible or more intangible? It's more on the personality or it's more on the looks and stuff like that?
What do we require? We require someone that is physically attractive, and that's on case-by-case basis.
Yeah. A physically attractive woman to buy you 5 years. Like, if you hot, you'll get a smooth 2 summers out of a nigga.
Someone that
sure
that we don't require much. Someone that can take care of us. Someone that's we could have sex with and they're attractive, and someone that we can rely on. That's really the only we don't.
But we don't have
much.
We don't have to submit to that person. We're asking a whole nother human being to submit
when you get married, bro.
Of course, but they're not leading you in life. Now, there's a difference between men's submission and women's submission, right?
I think that's withering away. Like it's getting to the point where it's getting redundant, and it's like
alive and well. It's the reality of the world.
I don't know if this generation of women is like it might be shift. There's a shift happening, bro, and
the shift that's happening is women are starting to be mannish. These are man women. These are man women.
Not all of them.
No.
I think
I'm not.
No, they may be getting influenced by the man women, but it's going across the board. I think it's going across the board, and I don't know. Like we may have to just be realistic and like, there's a real shift happening, and men need to may need to fall in line.
What, be better?
Be better how, though?
All right, you wilding now.
I think it's about money.
I'm wilding now?
No, Ron is wilding.
I'm saying,
this is like...
Yeah, there's a shift happening.
It's like the Planet of the Apes and the women are taking over some shit. And now we got all women senators and governors and presidents. And come on. That's not
it's not that far fetched.
We've been talking about the numbers for a long time.
Especially, okay, let me speak specifically more in the African American community. You got
a mic? Lucky
motherfucker. You can speak loud though.
Yeah, in the African American community, I don't know, white men, they're not going to relinquish their power, but in our community,
we don't have any power. So
no, I'm saying, well, it seems like
us as black men don't have any power. So black women, they're gonna have more power than the black.
That's
man.
a possibility,
and then
that's a very real possibility.
On that hierarchy, where do they fall when it comes to Asian Americans, Latin Americans, Caucasians?
I think we're probably still last, but they're gonna be ahead of us.
Last, and when black women are gonna be ahead of us, and they're gonna be below everyone else. So where does that really lead us to have someone to control and lead our people? It's not gonna happen.
They're gonna lead us. Women are gonna lead us.
Okay.
Because GB feels like black men are not good enough anyway.
Damn, GB, it's fucked up.
Put words in my mouth.
You said we need to do better. How do we do better?
I just got a problem with black men having a victim mentality. I feel like, we're seeing the numbers. We're seeing women being educated at a higher rate. We're seeing them tell us that, being a good guy, not having any kids, not having a jail record,
not beating nobody,
not being a beater, it's not good enough to get your foot in the door. So you gotta have a little bit more.
How do you do better?
Focus on yourself. Like, be a better person. Like,
how do you just you talking in circles, bro?
Okay.
How do you do better? Like, you just said, like, all right, I don't have, to the guys out there, I don't have no record, I don't have no kids. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm not totally broke. Maybe I'm not setting the world on fire as far as money is concerned, but I'm a good guy. I'm respectful. I'm this and that. How do I become better? Tell me how I become better.
You become better by making money. You become better by being a leader in your community, having respect all the way around. You become better by blazing your own path, having a vision. You become better by even spirituality, Like, even though, like, everybody isn't the most spiritual person, lean into something. Find something in life that you believe in. Lean into it. Be good at it. Be great at it. And trust me, the women will come. If you like to work out, be the best exercise worker outer you can be. Yeah.
Lift it up or down.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Oh, just be the best at whatever you love to do. Like, just try to be great. Try to be great. Don't just sit home, listen to the red pill shit, and just act like, women are against me. It's fucked up anyway. Let me get my passport and go overseas and find a mail order bride. That isn't the reality of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm seeing. And I'm seeing on the internet, on YouTube, black men are just feeling sorry for themselves. This shit is corny. This shit is whack. You know what I mean? We're not here for that. Cigars and Whiskey is here to give you the hard truth. Black men, we need to step up, Just taking care of your kids isn't good enough. Just, being fly with your baby moms isn't good. Like, certain things is just the baseline. You got to be a good all-around person.
You didn't, on some real shit, you didn't really say, like, you didn't really say much. Like,
you say nothing, GB.
You didn't, like, you said, no, you said.
What are you talking about intangibles? How can someone be funnier? Like, you're talking about, like,
I'm not even,
comedy?
We're not even, we're not saying that.
How can someone be more attractive?
I'm not.
I said work on yourself. Be a better person. And kind of just find somebody who's compatible with you. Like, be a better person. Like, I don't know. Like, how do you tell someone to be? Like, how do you tell somebody to have a better personality?
Watch a Bill Burr stand
That's
up.
What you
watch Dave Chappelle stand up, and then you just recite everything.
Yeah, it's like, right, like regurgitate comedy skits. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to tell you? Date within your realm. If you know you corny, date a corny bitch. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? Like, come on now.
You said it though. You said it.
I said be better.
Yeah, but that's very vague. You got to be more specific to a guy that's already a good guy.
But you did say, you said be better, but then you also said if you don't want to be better, then you don't have to be better. You could de-skill yourself and date somebody that is just as whack as you.
Yeah,
Is that
you
that's
could
the
do that too.
reality,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but that's the
That's the
reality of
reality.
it.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Don't so yo.
But
Don't
that-
be
but that-
better. Date somebody that's just as whack as you.
No, that's pretty. I would say date somebody who is compatible or they have the characteristics that you're looking for, right? And that's why you got guys that are going overseas to try to find wives or male order brides or whatever the case may be.
They're bottom feeding. They're bottom feeding. They're going to third world countries and getting women who don't have anything.
Well, they're technically they're I guess they have the equivalents in money.
Then they're gonna pass them niggas.
You know what I mean?
I was like,
Then they gonna pass them niggas after.
yeah,
They're gonna take them dudes' money and be better than them.
if they smart enough, yeah, why not?
All right.
Be better, black man.
We need to have a deeper dive on how, as far as the conversation of black men being better.
Definitely. That's always like an eternal conversation we have in our group chats and but I don't think we're ready to have that on air yet. That's one of those
You don't want to have that on the air?
polarizing.
And so there's nothing on the side of the females that needs to be.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking good. Keep smelling good. Keep educating yourself. Keep working out. Try not to have any, loose kids. Just be the best person you can be.
Don't have any loose kids. Don't have loose kids.
But lower your standards? Nah. We ain't gonna do that. I'm not about to give that advice out. You want to take 5?
Yeah. No, we can't take 5.
no.
Okay.
We're live.
Let's go.
We're live. All right. So I guess we'll move on to next topic, which is going to be 3 boundaries you must set with women in relationships and marriages.
Kyle reading that paper. He like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wasn't there for the meetings, nigga. You don't know what we talking about, nigga. Big nigga.
I have no clue.
Let's read it out. Read it out, KB. We got a comment.
It starts from childhood. Black boys got to be better so they can grow into better men instead of being forced to believe they are ready for the world when really they are not.
What's that? Be better.
All right.
Be better, stupid.
If I knew how to tell everybody to be better, I wouldn't be here. I'd be doing a freaking seminar somewhere. I'd be out of here.
You can't just say. You got to give people
All
direction.
right, Steve Harvey.
You
Come
got
on.
to give people direction.
We're working on it.
Put your words together, man.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I think we all need to be better, man.
Absolutely.
I think we all need
The
to be
world
better.
needs to be
men,
better.
Men and women alike, man.
Shit, that's just what it is.
Because I feel like
God Almighty.
we're
needs it.
going, black men and black women are going in 2 totally different directions.
But we're talking about it, right? Isn't this part of being better? We're having the
I
dialogue.
don't know, man.
We're talking. We're talking
is.
about it. We're having
It's
the
a
back and
start.
forth. We're disagreeing. Like, this is where it starts. Before, these conversations weren't even being had. Where was that clip from where you sent it over and we were talking about it? It was kind of an older clip when homie got on the mic in that room full of people.
Oh,
That was like an older clip, right?
I guess so.
That was
I
old,
guess
right?
so.
Yeah, and it just seems like things like that only happen in like spaces. Now things like this is happening every night on YouTube where people are having dialogue, having discussions. People are chiming in on Instagram, and we're talking about these things.
But
I feel like in 5 or 10 years we will have a healthy black dating and marrying culture.
I don't know, man. I don't
think
know, bro.
I think we're gonna be fine
'Cause
I'm
because
hopeful.
we're doing the work.
I don't
I'm
think so.
I,
We're doing the work.
I hope and I pray. I hope and I
hopeful.
pray.
We're
but
doing the work.
you got to take into account, like, even the clip that you're referencing.
A lot of negative.
What happened?
negativity
What
also.
when he made the statement that he made? What happened?
You got sunned.
Exactly.
Could you
It
see
wasn't.
some shit?
It wasn't like, oh, you heard X, Y, and Z. Well, this is probably why. No, the woman got triggered.
I wish you had.
And instead of actually continuing with dialogue, she kind of got spicy with him.
Why is it dialogue when he's speaking and when she's speaking is spicy?
Because he said he heard.
We'll play the clip. Let's introduce.
Talking about anyway?
The one that we were going back and forth on the but it's not. No. Introduce the next one.
All right.
Let's talk about this, and while you're doing that, you can find that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the first boundary that needs to be set.
Boundaries in relationships.
That you need to set with women.
Number one.
In relationships.
Mm-hmm. Look how
Privacy.
sweating.
Privacy. Right. So
Privacy.
And
Privacy, eh?
The privacy look like
we
to you?
feel
What does privacy look like in a married relationship?
I'm not sure. It's a question mark because
I don't know anything about privacy in my relationship.
Some people feel like
Don't know what that is.
You have to get shit with the door open?
Well, the door ain't gonna be locked. It ain't gotta be open, but it ain't gonna be locked. What you doing in there?
yeah,
The fuck is what you doing in there?
well,
Right.
the thing is like if you guys are supposed to be one, and you guys are supposed to be in the deepest intimacy of two people, like
Yeah.
Is there any privacy? Is there any secrets? Is there anything like, you know what I mean?
Well, privacy and secrets are two different things.
They are. Okay.
I feel like secrets are facts about something that you are withholding from your partner or a person that you know. That's the definition of a secret to me. Privacy is being a human, like closing the door, like not giving me a minute. Like when on the man side, giving your woman privacy is if it's, she needs a little extra time to do something, you don't butt in on her like in the room or in the bathroom or
That's a good question. Like I like that.
Right.
So do you think that women need more privacy than men because they have feminine things that they have to deal with?
Physically, women need more privacy than men.
I would think so.
Yeah,
Like,
give her a minute.
Here's the crazy shit.
Yeah.
I gave my wife her own bathroom.
Okay.
Like I was like, this is your bathroom.
Why are you trying to stun on everybody?
Is that a fucking stunt? That's a
Get
stunt.
her boots.
So we were with our master bathroom. We were sharing,
Right.
and I was like, yo, you could have this bath. This is your bathroom, and I'll go to the boys' bathroom. With the boys' bathroom is my 17-year-old son and my 5-year-old son.
Pee on the floor, niggas getting busy in there.
We share this bathroom.
Urinal.
You have your own bathroom.
Yeah.
She was like,
it goes down in there.
oh, you don't want to share with me? I'm like, who don't want their own bathroom?
Yeah.
Like,
Who don't
yo,
want
this is yours.
Right,
You live in a house full of dudes. Like, yo, have your own, like,
Yeah.
oh, really?
Mm.
My bad.
Right.
I didn't know I overstepped my boundaries. I thought I was giving her a level of privacy that every woman would want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I could have all my
You offered it.
personal hygiene things. I could have my makeup. I could have everything that I want in my own bathroom.
Right.
And it kind of like backfired. It backfired for a little bit, and then I think she
started
was
getting
like,
used to it.
all right, this
Like,
is cool.
yeah,
You
man,
know what I'm saying?
Toilet
But
seat
the
down every
first-
time I get in there.
Exactly. I fall in that, you know what I'm saying? But it was
Yeah.
like the first probably month and a half, she was like, yeah, what up? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Space, huh?
Right.
You giving me my space? Like, really? Like, yeah, it didn't work.
What about phone calls, phone conversations? Picking up the phone when you're sick. If you're picking up if you pick up a phone call and your wife's in the room, you might as well just put it on speakerphone, or can you talk to somebody without having someone.
Oh no, every phone call don't need to be. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing.
What do you have to be talking about that you can't share with your significant other?
It's not about sharing. It's about just I don't know.
Sometimes you don't want-
let
all
me
right.
talk to this person, and then I'll talk to you about this after. Let me just talk. Like
I think
everybody.
that's important. And I think that a lot of times when that pops up is when y'all are driving, and it goes into the car or the truck,
Yeah.
and it comes in,
Yeah.
and sometimes you can answer it, and it'd be like,
Please.
you know what I'm saying, on a joint.
Anybody
and then
who
you,
knows
and then
me,
you pick up, and then you're
you
like,
guys, anybody in the world who knows me that's watching this, never pick up my call on speakerphone. Never. The first things that are coming out my mouth are wild, and anybody who knows me knows me.
calling. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. Do not pick this up.
D-Block,
No, just decline that shit. I'll be fine. I'll be good. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You need privacy to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like every phone call doesn't have to be a whole broadcast, right? No, or is that
It shouldn't be.
overstepping? That's
It shouldn't be.
No, that's I think that's common courtesy. It's
Common courtesy is what?
It's in relationships. Like you have your friends, I have my friends. We have friends that are together. Certain things we may discuss, certain things we won't discuss. But would you ever withhold information from your wife? Like if she asks the question?
is your best friend cheating on his wife?
That's the thing. Hold on,
No,
wait.
of course he's not.
Wait.
I'm not telling my wife that.
You see how he formed that?
Well,
He said if she asked the question.
yeah, you can ask her if she want. I ain't
Yo,
telling her.
she's gonna
I
ask
know.
specifically like, yo, any of your homies cheating on a wife? Why are you asking me that question? Bro, hold on.
No.
Why are you asking me that?
That's a little more general. But like if you're on the phone with a specific friend and it's like, yo, I'm about to go take this call. And then you come back and she be like, so what was that about?
Nothing.
What are you talking about? Like nothing.
Like it's okay.
I
You
recent-
should
I
respect
recently-
me to know that nothing is nothing.
I
Like,
recently
let
got
me-
caught up with this.
Mhm.
I recently got in trouble for this because I had a friend that did step out or whatever have you, and I never said anything to my wife about it. And I said we were out to eat or whatever, and I was like, yeah, it's things have been different since she let him back in. And she was like, what you talking about? I was like, yeah, since she forgave him and let him back, it's been different. I'm drinking, I'm taking shots. And she's looking at me like with this direct, like drilling me. And I was like, oh shit, I never told her. I never told her that this dude got caught cheating.
Right.
Why would she feel like she's privy to that information?
All right,
anyway?
so this was her. This is what she said. She said, all right, so, why would you not tell me? Because I could be around and I could say something that could trigger their relationship. And I said to her, I don't say anything to you, so I'm keeping you insulated. I want to make sure that you don't know their ins and outs because it's none of all of our business. Mm-hmm. It's up to them to try and figure out, but it's none of our business to try and like know the ins and outs. Everybody should know that, the dude cheated on you and you took him back. Like, I don't think that that's any of our business. And like, she beefed with me for a little bit, and then she was like, "Yo, you know what? You're right." Because if I know everything that your friends do, then I'm thinking that you're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I know that you're not gonna do the same thing, but it could be in my head.
Yeah.
So I get it.
You
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nothing for you.
Yeah, no. But she called me. I was like, oh shit. Oh, okay. I didn't lie to you, but I never told you.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. The phone is a big privacy thing. Should your partner know your passcodes for your phone? Is it like a prerequisite for your wife to know how to get into your phone?
Why not though?
I'm just asking. I don't see a problem with
I
it.
think my wife knows my passcode for my phone.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does.
I think my wife knows mine too, but I don't think she I think I've given it to her, but I don't think she knows it.
My wife is probably on my phone when she's on her own phone.
Excuse me?
My wife is probably on my phone when she's on her own phone.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird,
Mm.
but that's serious.
Mm.
She uses my phone for everything.
Okay. Just like, yo, it just
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. Kermit Frog. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, yeah,
Well, you guys do
that's
like
a
a
little
phone
bit.
swap?
we could.
Mm.
We could definitely do a phone swap. I like.
So
That's
all your
kinda
Google
invasive.
searches, yeah, I'm literally thinking about yo, get naked, let me examine you. Like that's kind of what it feels like.
Spread 'em.
Yeah,
Spread
spread 'em.
'em.
Like, yo, let me see what you Googled last. Let me see the last people you called. Let me see all your text messages. Let me see your emails and everything like that. I mean,
What you watching on XNXX? What you watching on X videos?
right.
What's Pornhub look like?
It's kind of like
What's the last searches?
super evasive.
I think it's dependent on your track record though. Like if you've had a checkered past, then there are certain things you would have to accept as far as privacy is concerned. Now, if you don't have any marks on your report card and it's becoming like, all right, you're getting questioned and things like that, then that may be a problem. But you kind of, depending on your history, you may have to accept things like that. But I don't think
like a pop quiz whenever you're ready.
First of all, like I think you should, you could give the access, but when they want the access, it's like, all right, I'm gonna see if you really want this access. I'll give it to you. But if you like,
They never really
all right,
want
yo,
the
you
access.
No, just no. You're going into a boy's phone right now. You
Listen.
about to see boy shit.
Yeah, you're gonna
All
see
right?
some. And hold on,
I
because we
believe
gotta.
if
we
you
have a what's it called real quick.
Mm.
A comment.
Mhm.
So it says, men have men business and women have women business. Sometimes marriages have pillow talk, but I don't think you need to share because that's when judgment surfaces.
Truth. Spoken well. Yeah.
That's from a woman.
Okay. It's nice.
From
Well
Lundab,
well said. Well said.
aka
read it again.
My
Read it
homie-
one more time.
my homie Yolanda. She said, men have men business and women have women business. Sometimes marriages have pillow talk, but I don't think you need to share because that's when judgment surfaces. So what I get from that is, women have things that they kiki about with their women friends.
Mm-hmm.
Men have things that are quote unquote locker room talk.
Mm-hmm.
But the two don't need to be intertwined because the judgment from a man to a woman and a woman to a man with the way that the psyche is and the way that we view things is different.
Well, the same thing that we said last week with telling our family everything with our relationships.
Yeah.
When everything subsides, the judgment is still there with the family. So you kind of leave things to like work themselves out, and if it gets out of hand, then you kind of say something. But
Well, that
don't
will
bring every little thing.
I guess that would lead to another boundary, which is possibly policing friends, and because basically, like when you pillow talk, a lot of times you're pillow talking about friends, family, things, co-workers and things like that. So you could paint a picture of one of your friends, or your significant other could paint a picture of one of her friends and like, yo, damn, I didn't know she get down like that. I didn't know he get down like that. Damn,
Yeah.
he do all, like,
Yeah.
then you be like, yo, I'm about to go hang with
So and
The
so,
whole
and now
dude.
they
like,
looking
yeah.
at you the same
Yeah,
way.
If your
Exactly.
friend got caught cheating, I feel like your wife is overstepping if she thinks that you can't be his friend anymore just for cheating. Understand what I said? You want me to say it again?
I heard what you said.
Okay.
I heard what you said.
If you're for the people at home, if your friend gets caught cheating, and your wife thinks that you shouldn't be his friend because he got caught cheating,
What if he's serial?
then serial whatever. He's a cheater. He's a serial cheater. He's the Jeffrey Dahmer of cheating.
And that's your homie.
That's the bro. You kind of can't tell me that he can't be my friend. I can't be his friend.
No, she can't tell you that you can't be a friend, but
Wait,
she's
wait.
always going to judge when you're out
Oh,
with him.
no. You can judge. You can do
She's
whatever.
always going to have
hold
something
on.
to say
You can
when you're out with
judge.
him.
I can't
Always
put-
going to have something
Listen,
to say.
I
okay.
can't.
It's not going to make it any easier when you're trying to be out with him.
Fine. Yeah, no. I can't
Be completely honest with
control feelings. I can't control nothing else. But you can't be like, yo,
What if-
you know what? I don't feel comfortable with you being a friend.
What if
I
he
don't want you being a
monitors
friend
your
anymore.
interaction with him? Like, all right, he could come to our house, but you can't go out with him, right?
Can't strong word.
Can is a very strong word. And as soon as you try and challenge a dude,
It's women out there
Can't.
that's canting men.
That's where this is coming from. Yeah.
Like,
Come
all
on.
right,
Did you write that?
Oh, what you gonna do? Y'all gonna watch the game? Oh, he could come by here. Nah, we gonna go to a bar.
strong
No.
suggestions.
He could come.
Strong
Well, just tell him to
suggestions.
come here.
Slash your tires.
Yeah. Like,
Well, all 4 of your tires is flat, big nigga, so I don't know where you're going.
yeah, so, all right, so
I'll cook
is
for
that,
you guys.
Is that wrong?
A strong suggestion, yo, I don't like, yo, you overstepping your boundaries. I feel like
Overstepping
woman
the boundaries.
overstepping the boundaries. And that goes 2 ways. Same way, like
Yeah.
same way.
Jeez.
It goes both ways. I know we're talking about women, but with men as well too. If Shorty's friend is a little loose, you
Yeah.
know, that's her friend still.
And you okay with that?
I mean, I'm not super fine with it, but I gotta trust who I married and who I'm with. And trust her character.
Here's
I'm
a good
saying,
one.
I think both boil down to the trust that you do have in your relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just thought about something.
Go ahead.
But then when I thought about it, it didn't really make any sense. I'll say it anyway.
Yeah, we'll
I'll say it
entertain
anyway.
Yeah, have some fun.
But I was like, you know, the loosey goosey loose gooch chick, right? That has a friend. Is that the same as the fast dude, you know, that sleeps around that you don't want him to, the lady doesn't, or your lady doesn't want you to go out with him like around town, but is that the same as the loosey goosey chick that you don't want her to go on a vacation with your wife with?
In the perfect world, they would be together. The loosey goosey chick and the
No,
loosey
I get
they're the same person. Yeah,
I get it. No,
Yeah.
no. But
Their
that's not
values align. Yes,
that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is, and this is why I stopped myself, because I was like, that really don't make no sense. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, all right, the same way as your wife saying to you, yo, don't go out with this dude
Right.
because he's cheating or he's, you know, that's
Yeah.
just what he does.
right.
Is it the same thing as you saying to your wife, yo, you can't go on vacation with this
100%.
chick because she is,
Yeah,
you know
facts.
what's going to happen?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Or you better get your own room. You know what I mean? Like there's no way you sharing a room with her. You know what I mean?
Loosey goosey.
Yeah, because I know she bringing like
Loosey
nah.
coochie.
Yeah, Bucks, you gotta trust your wife to be able to do what you gotta do.
You giving the go.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, son.
You giving the go?
Yo, that's rough, man.
You're getting your own room though.
Yo.
You're getting your own room.
All right, here's the deal. I trust my wife enough that I would be like, okay, but it's not so much that I don't trust the situation as far as what that female is going to get you into. You understand what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with men.
Right.
It has something to do
Third
with
wheel
what
shit,
can happen
anything.
to what she's doing
Right.
and going out
Yeah.
in, you know,
He got a
Mexico
friend,
or whatever
'cause
have
he's
you.
not there by himself. He's probably there with a friend or whatever.
And I don't care
everything
about
like
the
that.
next
It's
dude or
weird
whatever
shit.
have you. But what I'm saying is, what kind of trouble can this loosey coochie chick get my wife in trouble with? Because she wild. She want to go here, there, and
gotta
everywhere,
trust her
and now
discernment.
you gotta chase after her.
I don't know if
It
y'all
don't go both ways though.
No, it does go both ways. It goes both ways, definitely.
No,
It definitely
I don't
goes
know-
both ways.
I don't know
But
if y'all
but
follow the,
My thing was I wasn't saying trip for trip.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't saying like, yo, would you let your wife go, and would your wife let you go on a trip to? I was saying like just a dude going to a club with, and then a girl us letting our wife go. You know what I'm saying?
On vacation. Yeah.
Well, if you followed the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy has he's married with about eight children. I don't know. I might be saying too many, but he got a lot of kids. he let you know what I mean. He his wife went on is on vacation for 21 days with a friend. She went to Thailand and to other countries over there.
Maybe she's
and a lot of people are saying that that's too much. You know what I mean? But
they're not in his relationship. Who cares? They don't got enough money to send her to Thailand for 21 days.
Right.
I don't think it's about the money, like to be away from your family.
I don't think it's the money, but I feel like people have problem with their significant other being out of their vicinity, because some people don't play that at all. Some people don't play trips at all. Like, yo, you're not going on trips. I'm not going on trips. We go on things together.
I guess
you're not out of my sight. I'm not letting you out of my sight as long as we're married.
I'm a little bit different. I know my wife. She's a traveler. She likes to travel. Mm-hmm. I'm not that. Mm-hmm. I'm not a traveler. I have no desire to go anywhere.
I got you.
I'm dead serious. Mm-hmm. I have no desire to go to Thailand. I have no desire to go to Africa. I have no desire to go to Greece. I have no desire to go anywhere outside of Long Island in New York. I don't care. I don't care. I'm dead serious. I don't care.
I hear you.
I care not at all. If it's longer than a 3-4 hour flight, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I am. But I know she's a traveler. Right. So am I going to hold her up? There's no way I'm going to do that.
Because you can't do a week in Africa, right? You got to do a little time in Africa.
You got to do at least 14 days.
Yeah, 10 to 14,
it takes
right.
14, 15 hours to get out there. Like, you got to do
a couple of countries, right? Yeah.
Yeah, come on. You got to do 2 weeks. You have to.
Now, if she down there with the promiscuous girl for 10, 14 days.
That's rough.
That's a rough one.
Keep me on FaceTime, yo. Keep me on FaceTime.
Yeah, man.
Yo, what y'all? Let me just see you real quick.
Yeah, nigga.
What's the time difference over there?
Man, FaceTime, you looking for Black Panther over her shoulder every time. Every time you on FaceTime, you looking for looking for the Black Panther.
So next one is never ask for permission to do things or go places that you did in the past.
Say that one more time. Never ask for permission to go.
Never ask for permission to do things or go places that you've done in the past.
Okay. Cool.
It's a little clunky. I would never ask permission. Right. Things that are well established when you guys met, right? Like things that are like I do this. Like I box.
Yes.
Like, I go to the gym and I box every Tuesday since you met me. I've got a couple of black eyes every now and then. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you know this, you know? So.
Is it all right if I go to the gym, babe?
After a couple of concussions and a couple of black eyes. And when
I feel like
you're married on Tuesday and you go into the gym on a Monday, like, you can't come home with a black. Can she say, nah?
I'm not sure if a significant other would have a problem with that. Like,
so what if it's the strip club?
Your activity. Yeah.
What if it's the strip club?
Something like that.
What if it's the strip club? What if, you know what? Me and my friends, we love the wings that starlets. We love the wings.
No, then you gotta meet a chick like Shay Bigger, man.
I don't know what that is.
Shay Bigger is Killer Mike's.
Please educate me.
Shay Bigger is Killer Mike's wife.
Okay.
Yo, they vibe is so dope, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, she be in the strip club with him. If that's what, and I'm not saying that whatever your thing is, meet somebody that fucks with your thing.
Right.
Meet somebody that deals with what you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have somebody like where you're, let's say, a car enthusiast,
right.
And they hate the smell of gasoline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have that. Like, it won't work.
What if there's an extracurricular activity that you do that's like not the best thing for you? right? It might have been.
And whiskey.
Yeah,
Like-
maybe
like whiskey?
maybe cigars and whiskey. Maybe cigars and whiskey. Maybe the strip club. Like even if y'all like once a month we used to go to this. Me and my homies we go to the strip club.
No, we
You
didn't.
get into a relationship, and your lady says, "Nah, I don't want you doing that." But
That's what we do.
we know that's not the greatest thing for us to be doing. Do we put up a fight for something like that?
With age comes moderation, and with age comes doing things that are appropriate. It might not be appropriate to go out and spend your money in the strip club, your disposable income. Like maybe you could be spending money on other things, within the relationship.
Well, now
With
you
cigars
you're
and
making-
whiskey, it's like, all right, if she met you at 19 and you smoked a cigar and drank whiskey every night, at 35, you should be cutting it down.
Well, you're making it as if you're making a decision, but she already told you that she doesn't like it. So,
then
is it you convincing yourself that I made the decision? And
No.
I didn't do it 'cause
Well, if
asked
she
me to?
doesn't like it, then we're back to the first question. We're back to the first topic. You guys don't align. If she can't stand the smell of cigars and you smoke cigars all the time, y'all not gonna work. That's the deal breaker.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So that it comes 360, it's coming all the way around. Now, if she doesn't mind it, but she loves you, and she knows that these things aren't good for you in your age, and she's been to your doctor's visits, and she's seeing how these things are affecting your life, for her to ask you to cut it down a little bit, and that's fair. You know what I mean? But for her to ask you to, quit being who you are, almost all right, how about dressing? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some guys like to dress up, and some guys like to dress down. Mm-hmm. If she met you dressed up all the time, but she wanted you to wear hoodies and jeans and stuff like that, and that's not really your style, who is she to really try to change you? That's a boundary, right?
I agree.
All right, stuff like that, but stuff that are trying to extend your life. Or the strip club is a touchier one, because the strip club is like a socially acceptable kind of thing, and the kind of thing okay, a married man shouldn't be in this environment if you aren't making money. At the end of the day, it's are you making money or are you spending money at this thing? What's wrong? At the end of the day, if you're
leisure, though.
there's something
you
wrong
are
at the end
taking
of the
you
day.
are taking money out of your household to spend on other females. I get.
It gets a
where
little
there
weird
could be
after a while.
There could be an issue with that.
I
understand
get
how
it.
there
You
could be an
liked
issue
it,
with
but
that.
it's a little weird after 10 years of marriage. You're still doing this. It's kind of strange. You know what I mean, unless you're Killer Mike's wife and your values align. She likes to be in the strip club too. She likes the environment. Then both of y'all are in there. It's cool.
What about massages though? What about if you go get a massage on a regular basis? Because it's still the same thing. It's
Rubbing
a woman-
tugs or real massage?
Doesn't even matter if it's a rubbing tug. It's a woman that's touching
No,
you.
it matters if it's the rubbing tug.
No, it's that. No.
Definitely matters is a happy ending. If you work out,
So
and
it's
your
more-
body is sore,
What if it's a
Me and my wife, we get massages together.
there you go.
Oh,
Here we go.
we
Now
try
we're
it a few
getting
times.
to what we wanted to get to.
this nigga's gay? Nah, I'm playing. Oh shit!
Yo, I don't think that's now. Yeah, that happy endings and shit like that. Nah, that's something.
If you
totally
work
different.
out, if you play flag football, if you do stuff like that are physically taxing on your body, if you get sore, then a deep tissue massage, it's kind of you kind of need that. Yeah. Or if you just like it, for leisure. Men buy women massages all the time for Valentine's Day and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So why wouldn't, a man, it'll be fine. Yeah. Now, if you go on, Ling Ling, and she, every time you
sound
come
better
home,
now?
you're tired.
The sound is low
Sound is low
on IG.
on the gram. Maybe we should move the mic a little closer. Right. Yeah. But yeah. So that's number. What was number 3 again? Let's see if we covered everything on that.
We kind of got into policing friends.
Yeah, police and friends. Right.
And we did needing permission. Huh? No, don't.
Sorry, guys. 9-volt battery went out.
Yo, go over to YouTube. We on YouTube.
Yes. If you
Please.
come over to YouTube, Cigars,
you can
the
type it up,
Ensign
right?
Whiskey Podcast.
Please.
Come over to YouTube.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Gonna put the link in the chat. All right. Well, yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
And then just cancel it out.
Hold on. I could. You want me to send you the link? Or no? I think so.
Boom, 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 boom.
What is this
Boom,
beautiful
boom, boom,
fragrance
boom,
we're
boom,
smelling,
boom,
KB?
boom, boom,
What's
boom,
going on over there?
Oh yeah.
You know what this is?
What's up, man?
This is Moods by Michelle.
Talk about it. Speak on that.
Cigars and whiskey. First
Smell
one
some
right
vanilla, some leather,
Yeah. Tobacco vanilla.
tobacco, and vanilla.
here.
Absolutely.
Tobacco and vanilla.
Good man scent. Double wick candle, high powered for your
Exactly.
cigars and whiskeys enthusiasts. If you're smoking in the garage, you're smoking in that little room in the back, wifey come in there, she could kind of chill in there and sit with you while if you light a candle like that, she can hang out,
Yeah.
make it smell a little bit more palatable, you dig?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Moods by Michelle Rose.com.
Absolutely.
All right. So we went over
Tell me when to go.
privacy. We went over policing friendships.
Correct.
And we went into needing permission to do things and go places.
Permission is such a strong word. Can we talk about the word permission? Like, I mean, I know we kind of like,
We can talk about it.
yeah, we
I'm
deliberated over it.
I'm a big, huge advocate for
Asking permission.
anti-permission.
Anti-permission.
There's
Rebellious.
no way I'm a grown man and I have
He's a
to get
rebellious
permission
soul.
for anything.
Is it
Now-
is it a light ask?
It's,
Or like
I just don't like the permission thing. I do things.
is it the verbiage like submission?
Yeah.
Submit.
No,
like,
no,
submit
it's not
to women.
No, it's
Like,
not that.
The
I
word
think it goes
submit-
both
no,
ways.
That's what I'm saying. Permission is like submit to women. Like,
I
the
think-
word triggers.
I think
men.
that it goes both ways
It
because
should.
I don't think my wife should ask me permission for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be able to have a conversation, and if she doesn't like it, then that's cool. If I don't like it, then that's cool. But I don't think permission is the right word. Like my son asks me permission for things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my kids ask me permission for things. Like my like picture like my mom's asking me permission for something. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
guess
if she
but
had
there's
your
still- but
if she
there are some
had your
things-
credit card and you
There are
gave
some
her a
things-
credit card to buy things and she went to the store and she saw a bag like your mother, she would ask you permission to spend a
Facts.
certain amount. So
Facts.
there
Yeah,
are
facts.
things that people
Yeah,
would
yeah,
ask permission for.
For sure.
I think permission is a we use that
Well,
word.
permission
it was
to
very
go places
polarizing.
and do things.
Yeah, I feel like in the perfect world, if we're in a relationship
That's such
with
a
somebody, our schedules align. So maybe it's a conference of schedules, but it's more than that. There's emotion involved in it too. That's where the permission kind of adds in. So is there another word?
I don't think it's another word, but I get what you're saying because indirectly, maybe I am. But like last week to watch the Giants game, we went to a bar to watch. We went to a bar, and
yeah, I didn't get permission.
I let my wife know, like, yo, I'm a go watch the game.
Did you let her know?
Yeah, I let her know.
Or did you ask? Is it
No, it's
Hold on,
consent
wait,
is
wait.
like an indirect
Consent is
ask.
still
Was it-
permission.
was it-
What else you got?
so how
Cool?
did you say
Hold
it?
on a second.
Because
hold
this
on.
how it
Let's see
is.
What's cool? Got a couple of words. Sanction is wild.
Consent is pretty good.
Sanction is wild. Approval is disgusting.
Approval is worse than
Yeah, approval is worth than permission. I'll take a blessing. I'll take a blessing now and later.
Clearance, allowance, or endorsement. You have a few others.
I'll take an endorsement to get there.
The freedom to.
I don't want the freedom. I want I'll take an endorsement.
It was a couple of early ones that I was like, those sound good.
So I'm trying to put this together. And Michelle, you got anything going on?
Oh no, I'll play Michelle. Go ahead. Come on.
Make sure you play my wife well.
Absolutely.
Michelle.
Yes.
You got anything going on Sunday?
Actually, I do.
Man, okay. Around what time you think?
Between 4:00 and 8.
All right, because the game is at like 2 to like 4.
No, it's at 4.
Is that 4? Is that 4?
4 to 8, yeah.
Oh, man, the game's at 4. You think that I could, I go to the game?
You know what? I'll take the kids with me. Fine.
Okay.
See, no. I
Was that how it worked?
No, not that time. No, not that time. But I have.
Shout out to Michelle.
And I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck.
Shout out.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. There was, I don't know what happened. I said, yo, it's okay if I go to X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her that. I did.
All right.
But this is how. It is permission. As much as I hate to say it, it is permission.
Yeah.
Yo. Game is on tomorrow. You got anything that's going on?
Right.
Is you all right if I go to da da da?
Any birthday parties on the schedule? You got anything going on? You is any like?
It's permission.
Right. It's
It sucks.
Now, my niece and nephew were here too, on top of our kids. So I was like,
sauce.
yo,
that's sauce.
What?
I wouldn't even ask if extra kids is coming over. I'm out the door. I'm not even asking.
Nah, I'm not gonna leave.
I'm out of here.
Like, yo, you all right? You all right? No,
I think my wife I think my wife got hip to my game though, because I'll be like, I'll leave, and then it'll be like an extended leave. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna talk. Oh shit, I ended up at.
Oh, you one of them niggas? Oh, you one of them?
Yo,
I should have ended up at Darnell House for the rest of the year.
You left the house with bad intentions, yo.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Knowing damn well this was the plan.
This is why I feel like you have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say ask permission, but you gotta make sure it's all good.
Yeah.
Because you could be leaving her in the midst of something else that
Yeah, she planned on double teaming it with you.
Yeah,
and now you're not there.
So, yeah.
Like the dishes.
I think
the dishes last night. Like the dishes last night, Janora. All right, love you.
Yeah.
Don't play.
All right. So we got a bonus. We got a bonus.
We got a bonus one. Come on.
Bonus one is don't lose your identity when you're in a relationship. That can mean a few different things. What does that mean to you?
That means don't.
You know that's Greg's favorite thing in the world.
Is it?
Fuck yeah. You always say, yo, I gotta have my me time, yo.
I like my me time.
I gotta have my me time. If I'm gonna go to a movie, this is Greg. Yo, if I'm gonna go to a movie, I'm gonna go to a movie by myself.
GB sound like Diddy.
Take that.
Yeah, Playboy.
PPP.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm right.
Yeah. Going to that movie by myself, yo.
No, yeah, because I want to see it at midnight when it come out as soon as it drop. Like, yo, there's certain things like, yo, like I want to do when I want to do it. I'm going to make sure it's okay, you know what I mean? Because being in the movie at midnight is a little sketchy. But, you know,
that's sultry.
Yeah. But
those are sultry hours.
Absolutely. As long as your report card is clean, you should be able to keep your interest and you should be able to keep your identity. If she wants to join in on the things that you like to do, have at it. But if she doesn't want to and you like to keep your things, you know, that you
would allow that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You wouldn't allow that.
No, I would. No, I would. I'm bullshit. Right. Like there's certain things. Like, all right,
that should be just for you.
All right, and my wife knows this. I will watch every Knicks game that ever comes on. Knicks games are my time, right? You can come and watch the game, but come and watch the game.
Yeah.
Don't distract me.
Don't distract me from the game. Right. Don't. Ain't none of this.
Yeah.
Watch the game with me. We could eat some popcorn, we could drink, we could do all that.
Absolutely.
But watch the game with me. Ain't no can you rub my feet? We're not doing the rubbing the feet thing right now.
Right.
I'm watching the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we're going to have the things that we like to do, let's do them together, but don't break my stride. You dig what I'm saying? Like let me still
identity.
enjoy it.
This is who
let me still enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Let me enjoy it.
Now we all know people who've gotten with other people and became one person. Like we all seen that Snoop Dogg video and the first Snoop video. The What's My Name? He turned into a dog. Yeah, that shit. They just two people. Them niggas just a dog now.
Well, okay.
She turned into a dog too. These niggas both just dogs. Like you don't know who the fuck they are anymore. Niggas the same person.
We spoke about last episode about changing.
That was wild, right? Yeah, that was wild.
Because
I don't even remember that video. And you just had me take me back to when I'm 13. Like watching this, like this is dope.
It was dope. Though.
That was wild. Yeah.
You talked about in the last episode the difference between changing and evolving.
Right, correct.
Right. So
please don't bring us back there. That was so
I'm saying, like, yo,
like the Matrix.
You could get with someone or get into a relationship and they could change you for the better, or you could evolve, right?
Yeah.
So certain habits or certain things that you may have old habits, they die hard. So like you might want to move on and do something new. Do something better.
New is very touchy. Cause new, if you start doing new shit, you gotta accept her doing new shit. Let me give you an example.
Ooh.
You want to start doing MMA now, right? You want to just start, you want to go to MMA classes twice a week. You want to do some shit. You want to, just for exercise or whatever.
Like he referenced boxing earlier, like.
All right, it's what's it called? It's what's it called?
I'm sorry.
It's the best man shit. But go ahead.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. I'm about to say we could do crochet, whatever. MMA. All right. But she's on some shit like, you know what? I got really nice feet. I want to start an Instagram page for just my feet. How would you feel about that? You.
I think that's a difference. I think it's a difference, bro.
It's a difference?
Yeah.
It's a difference?
Yeah.
How's it a difference?
I think that can be perceived as something sexual. So
it could be perceived as sexual?
Yeah.
Rolling around with men could be something sexual too.
I guess so.
So
That's a good point.
I mean,
well, if you
we all saying no to everything.
If you both agree with that, rolling around like, or we want to be more sexually liberated or whatever. Let's go to a sex club or some shit like that.
You want to take it all
and
the way?
we're doing it together.
That's a nice strategy. That's a nice strategy. Take it all the way. Take it all the way.
I don't know. You took it there. I didn't take it there. I'm just saying, right? Like me doing MMA and her starting an Instagram page for her feet for people that have feet fetishes or something like that. Like that's something different.
It is like a certain
Well, you did say IG. You didn't say OnlyFans.
I didn't say OnlyFans. I said Instagram.
You said IG.
So there's no monetization. There's no nothing.
That's a fact.
It's just
she just.
But it's something new.
She likes her feet.
Someone is changing. You know what? I don't like the way you're changing. All I'm saying is that what's good for the goose might not be good for the.
All right, so
shit was the gander or whatever.
Yeah, and the tea in the kettle is black, right. Both black.
Right. I use my father as an example sometimes, right? No. He got a new girlfriend, and a lot of his friends that he dealt with prior to that they were his friends still didn't really approve of his relationship, right? Like, oh, he changing, he's this, he's that. But I'm like, all right. The shit y'all used to do together was old niggas shouldn't be doing this shit. Like, yo, y'all need to grow the fuck up. Like
old debauchery.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, he's not doing that. He's not hanging at the bodega at 55 or some shit like that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, she got him doing some other shit. Like, you don't dig it. But like
Positive
all right,
movements forward.
Yeah, but it's progress though. You know what I mean?
Progress,
So-
evolving, evolution.
Okay, yeah, he's evolving. So
Change.
I know this. He's evolving, right? So if it can make you better, a better person, or help you progress, I don't think it's sometimes it's not a negative. It can be a positive. It's not always.
That's a fact. No, that's
Absolutely, right?
definitely a fact. Yeah. Thanks for
Now,
mentioning that, Ron.
If you say, yo, I go visit my mom 3 times a week, and then lady like, yo, what you doing? Like, yo, we ain't gonna spend no time. You gotta go see her every day. You can see your mom once a week or whatever. Like, and she wants to curb that. That may be
That's
something
nasty.
that's like, yo, bro, like, yo,
It's
that's
nasty. You got to reevaluate who you even with at that point.
well, realistically, you have to make hard decisions when you get into relationships sometimes. Because all relationships
Like
are not. All relationships have difficulty, but some relationships are harder than others, right? And you have to have a balance of what you're willing to give up to get something.
What makes relationship hard? The person that you're with. Because if you're 2 fly people and your things align, you're like on your first vacation, y'all sat on the beach and you like, yo, listen, I'm never put my mom in a nursing home. Like, I'm not either. She gonna, like, if y'all both, like, these are conversations that people have when they're dating, when they're on vacation, when they're building. There shouldn't be any surprises. 5 years into the game, someone's mom gets sick, and you got to go see him 3 times a week, or you got to go see him, or they probably got to move in with you. This should already be discussed.
Yeah, but the thing is with
And what?
here's the thing.
Well, that's a failure as a man, because we say that the man is supposed to lead a relationship. Well, you failed at putting your plan in place. You have to plan for your parents to get old, right?
No, for sure.
So if you're not planning with your wife for your parents to get older, and you're not planning how you're going to deal with that,
I get
No.
it, Superman.
then you fucked up.
Superman, I get it.
You got to
But
think
we'll
about
talk
it like this,
let's
though.
talk about the regular man.
You gotta-
who got into a relationship with a
All
chick
right.
that
Yeah, I think you're putting too much thought into someone, or too much equity into thinking that someone is not going to change their mind at any point.
Change
People-
their mind.
Yes,
You're not allowed to
people
change your
grow.
mind on my mother.
People, all right.
we
People,
say shit to
people
keep the
grow and
relationship
people
into-
change.
yeah, they do.
So
And
she
then we
might,
can say some shit
so she might say when y'all are together early,
America.
first 2 years,
America.
yo, all right, yo, I'm cool with this, yo, all right, y'all never put your moms in a nursing home, and then y'all niggas move, or whatever have you, and then
Then maybe she should go in a nursing home.
she doesn't get along with your moms, and then she's like, yo, no, I don't want her here.
Or it happens. It's like, yo, we
Jazzy
ain't putting her
Jeff.
in a nursing home. We can move her in, and
Jazzy
then
Jeff and
2
that
months
bitch.
later, it's like, yo, nah, I don't know if I could do this. We need to put her in
Jazzy
the nursing
Jeff.
home.
Yo, I'm telling
I'm
you,
never
man.
doing that to no one's mom. No one doing that to mom. No one.
Well,
no
we're
one,
talking.
no
We're,
one, no one's
we're
doing
talking about
that.
hypotheticals, and we're talking about this certain specific thing.
Yeah, of
But
course we're talking about hypothetical.
but across the board,
No,
you
that's
should
an
never.
extreme.
You should. That's an extreme.
Yeah.
But across the board, I don't think you should ever put that much equity into thinking that someone is never going to change their mind. People change their mind on a regular basis.
They change
You're
and
not
they
allowed to
evolve.
change your mind on something big like that. That's something big.
I get it.
I changed my mind on being faithful. Niggas cheat every fucking day.
That too.
Make that make sense.
And
That's
yo,
the
I
same
changed my
thing.
I changed my
You-
mind.
you made-
and a woman changing her mind on, yo, I thought I wanted to be a career woman. I want to stay at home.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, yo, you have to adjust to certain things, bro. Like, yo, it's not.
So we gotta
everything's not.
adjust the bullshit. Same way I just said.
That's
yo,
real shit,
I
though.
changed my mind on monogamy. You know what? Yeah, last night I changed my mind on monogamy. I didn't consult you on it, but I changed my mind.
Well, if you-
this
if-
is where
if
we
you're
are
married-
now.
if you're married-
this is Susie.
if you're
She
married-
moving in with us.
If you're married and you change your mind on monogamy, then you shouldn't be married. Like, that's just what it
okay,
is.
why?
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the monogamy is marriage. Like, that's just what it
You,
is.
yo, your examples though. Because realistically, like, I get what KB's saying. Like certain big decisions, they don't come up all the time. Certain things get spoken about and they get packed away.
So when you change your mind, you
Until it
better
happens.
you better run that past me when you think about it, and
but-
we could
that's
reevaluate.
using
I'm not saying that
certain things like
I'm
that.
not saying that a decision that we made 5 years ago automatically holds up 20 years later. But when you thought about it 10 years ago, you better have brought it up. Or
All right.
else, if it's not brought up, you ain't gonna change your mind in the last minute. When my mom's in the hospital and she's about to get discharged, and I got to make a decision, this is not the time for you to come with your bullshit.
How is it not? Because all right, we spoke about it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Your
Yeah.
mom's was
And
great.
you were good.
She was in good health and
Right.
everything. We wasn't even thinking about that, right?
No, we were thinking about it. That's why we spoke about
All
it.
right, but 10 years passed. Now
Right.
it's actually real. It's realistic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
happening. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
You should probably rehash it when she goes into
Yes.
Of course.
the hospital.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when you're getting
Because
rooms together. That's when you're nesting.
You
That's when you're
can't-
getting
you
rooms
can't-
together and you're getting stuff together and you're rearranging things and you setting up shop.
No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be wrong, but you kind of like if all of a sudden like she'd be like, I don't, we gonna do that. We should put her in a, she need care. We should put her in a home or something like that.
Who gonna
Right?
wipe her ass?
You'd be like, yo, well, we talked
yo,
about
wait,
this.
what?
The nurse's
But, yo, we
aid.
talked
What are you talking
this-
about?
We talked about this 10 years ago.
Right.
10 years ago.
So when you change
right?
your mind.
Huh?
So when you change your mind.
It could have been whenever, but we
It could have been whenever. So why didn't you bring it up whenever?
This is
why
not,
we
that's
talking
not
about this now
that's not
when I'm having a difficult moment
That's
and
not
I'm
a rehashable moment, right? That's not a rehashable conversation about your mom's being in. Like, if she's actively sick, like, yo, she's in the hospital all the time. Yo, we really got to discuss this shit one more time. But if it's like, yo, yeah,
I hope you're doing this for the podcast.
what you mean?
I hope you don't really feel like this.
I'm always, real talk. This yo, what?
I don't know, man.
What?
You talking crazy.
How am I talking crazy?
So people just allowed to change their mind whenever they want, willy-nilly, not
whenever
speak
they
on
want.
it.
All I'm saying,
Not
what
speak
I
on
said
it.
is
People-
That's not a
people change and
recurring-
evolve.
That's not a recurring
change
conversation.
and evolve. With evolving, yeah, but when you thought about, yo, you know what?
That's
Maybe
not a-
I
that's
don't
not-
want old people in my house.
That's
I
not
think
a
you better bring that
no,
shit up.
That's not a revolving conversation. It's not like it's gonna come up all the time.
Well, to bring the conversation around 360, that's why the first topic was being a good person isn't enough. Your values got to align. Because you might marry a dirtbag that put your mom on the street.
Or in a good ass nursing home.
Good ass
Right.
nursing home. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Not
She
on
might have
the
been one
street.
of Cuomo's bodies.
It go both ways?
Huh?
It go both ways?
What?
Like if your wife, she's like, I want to move my mom's in the crib. You okay with that?
We spoke about that.
Okay.
Oh, if it's good for my moms, it's good for her moms.
Okay.
All day. Moms, sisters, whoever. Anybody whoever
Sisters
needs a
too?
place, anybody who need a place to stay is welcome at my crib. We ain't putting nobody on the street. Okay. We don't put people out in the street.
Yo.
Know what I mean?
Hold on, no, also real shit.
We don't put people out in the street.
Also real shit.
I don't know.
Also real
I
shit.
come from a
Yo.
like
If
you know what I mean? Like,
if
we don't-
if she
everybody.
Your wife-
all
your
my
wife has
grandparents
sisters?
live with me. Yeah, she has a sister. All
She has
my
one sister.
Yeah, all my grandparents lived with me before they passed. All of them.
No, I get
All
it.
four.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, if she wanted her sister,
If something happened and her sister
And her
got to
cousin-
come live
and her
with
cousins-
me, she's welcome. You're adding
move in.
cousins. You're adding putting sauce on it.
you're saying
Yeah,
like
you putting
everybody-
that sriracha, that sweet sriracha. Not tonight, buddy. All right? I'm
just
sauce
saying.
on it, all right? Cousins is a little extended. We're going to talk about, we haven't had the conversations on cousins yet.
okay, but close family,
Yes.
sisters,
Yeah.
brothers,
Right.
mamas,
Hmm.
grandfathers.
Mama.
Okay, cool.
bigger
you
than me.
know what?
This shit for the family is bigger than me.
No, I get it. And most people know their spouse well enough to say like, yeah, she would be okay with that. He would be okay with that. Like
I'm
know-
not saying that I wouldn't be okay.
No,
with
no,
it.
I know that. I know
You
you're
know
not
what I'm
saying
saying?
that. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, that we know most people. If
How do we even get here?
You brought us here. You let us down this tragedy
most people, yeah, but most people would figure
of a
that
path.
their significant other, they would know how they would feel about a situation like that.
Yeah.
You know what all this kind of boils down to when we're talking about the boundaries.
Talk about it, Keller.
It seems like every one of the boundaries that you need to set with women is based on trust. If you have trust in your relationship, you probably won't have to worry about a lot of these things. You won't have to worry about privacy, asking for permission to go places or do things.
You still have that.
Them policing your friendships, and the other one was forgot. But it's all based on trust, right? If you have trust in your relationship, I don't think you would have to worry about that, right?
KB, what notes you getting off of this?
You still got to ask for permission. I get toffee.
Forget it. Forget it. Oh right. Man,
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's good.
It's not bad. I mean, honestly, it's the good palate cleanser. Not to poo on the last couple of joints, but this has been the best whiskey of 2023.
I think
of
this
year? The whole year?
The whole year.
It's like
we
right
only
down.
had one
This
other
is the
one.
whiskey of the year.
So what are you trying to say?
Whiskey of the year. So
hold
far.
on. We only had one other one.
It's right down the middle, like your regular
whiskey of the year.
Regular bourbons and shit like that. I don't think it's that crazy, right? All right, so let's move on to
it's better than Jamie.
It's a bourbon though. It's a bourbon.
It's better than Jamie.
Let me taste it again.
Bourbon.
This is better
Jamie
than
Irish though. So all right, so let's
You gotta introduce me the right way. Come on, man.
All right, so
talk to be nice, man.
Well, we don't even have a name for this particular segment of the show.
Dear Cigars and Whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, Dear Cigars and Whiskey. All right.
Cigars and Whiskey.
God.
Let me see what we got here. We got some advice for people.
We gotta change that. That shit sound like some old school
Dear Abby,
shit.
right? Ask Cigars and Whiskey. We actually got one from a okay. I'm just gonna read it.
Name though?
Yeah.
Okay.
She gave her name. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'll say her name the way she sent it. Hello, Cigars and Whiskey. My name is Robin, and I'm 28 from New Jersey. I've been dating my boyfriend for 18 months now, and he checks all the boxes. He's romantic and ambitious, and he has 2 kids from a previous relationship. I feel like he's a great father as well. The problem is the relationship between him and his kid's mother. He constantly bashes her to the point where it makes me uncomfortable, and honestly, it's a little bit obsessive, almost like he's still in love with her. Do you have any advice on how to speak to him about this? It makes me uncomfortable. Thanks in advance. Cigars and Whiskey.
Oh, was you, KB?
I think I need a little bit more dialogue to that. Like, what does he say?
That's all she said.
Or how is all right, so there's a few.
She said that he bashes her though, right?
He said she
bashes her.
She didn't give any.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
in what way? Is it bashing her about the kids? Is it bashing her about her personal life? Is it bashing her about her lack of ambition? Like, I like, and when he bashes her, does
I don't think that matters though.
hold-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And when he says it, does he say it directly to her? So I said all that to say, if he's talking about her personal life, and he's talking to her about what she does in her personal life, he still has feelings for her.
Mm-hmm.
He still has some type of tie to her.
Mm-hmm.
If he's talking about, she goes out and she's dealing with this, that, and the third, and she leaves our kids, whatever have you, he still has some feelings for her. Period. Now, if he's talking about her being strictly about the kids, maybe she works too much, maybe she is late to pick up the kids because she got off of work late, or things like that.
Kids diet, fast food, whatever. Like, you're not feeding the kids the way I want. Like,
Then
anything like that.
that's
yeah.
a no point.
Right.
But I think that if he's focused on her extracurricular activities as an adult woman, he's obsessed with her.
I I'm gonna make an assumption because I don't think that the girlfriend, she would feel any way if he was bashing her about her parenting, right? Because she would kind of, or she wouldn't feel a way because it's like it has no tie to her, right?
Yeah.
So it must be something about her personal other stuff other than parenting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if she feels a way like he might still have feelings for her, it has to be on that side of the fence, right?
Cause she's with him, and she sounds like she likes him. You know what I mean? So she likes his character,
well, she said
and
he
she
checked all the
thinks that
boxes.
he checks all the boxes. So I mean, so that's a red flag almost. So it's kind of like it's almost like alarming that like everything else is perfect, but when it comes to this thing, why are we at dinner and you're constantly talking about this other woman?
Yeah.
When we're around, even though you have kids, I'm gonna deal with you with your kids.
That's
but why do I
definitely-
gotta deal with her as well too?
That's
And kinda
definitely a
where
red
it feels
flag.
like
That's
where she
definitely
coming
a
from.
red flag.
You have any advice for her to talk to him about it? Like she asking us like she's
That's a
asking
rough
us to
touch
go
and-
boys.
That's a rough touch and go. I mean, what I would say is, well, first of all, I don't know the actual dialogue that he's saying and what it is that he's saying that's triggering.
Yeah, she wasn't too
if
specific.
I understood what is triggering, then I could give a better
Right.
answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm gonna say anything, if it is about the lifestyle that she's living and her extracurricular adult activities as a woman, I would say for her to ask him why he feels like that's so important to their relationship. Not for him to her, but for him and his relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are you so
Well,
concerned with what's going on with her in our relationship?
Well, we've all been in early relationships where people kind of break up with other people, and we kind of serve as a little bit of therapist, right? A little bit, right? Like when people are kind of dealing with, when people have kids, with
Yeah,
other
you're in
people,
that-
and
you're the bridge.
in that, you're the bridge.
Yeah, you're the bridge.
And I feel like, 18 months is a little long to be in that bridge, but with a baby mother, you're kind of there, you know what I mean? But it also could be a red flag that she is alarmed by it. It could kind of be like a red flag, like, all right, these are things that he's expecting, kind of like weird things from the kid's mother, almost like, right?
All right. One thing that she didn't say. How long have they been dating?
18 months.
Oh, okay. That's too long. I was gonna say she would be in 18 months. You're out of the bridge phase.
Right,
Like,
okay.
people take time to get over other people, right?
Yeah.
Not a year and a half.
Not a year and a half.
Not a year and a half.
That's too.
That
That's
she
entirely
said is
too
making
long.
her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
At this point.
I
Right.
would. The advice I
Intimate
would give.
moments, Valentine's Day. I don't know what she's saying, but it could be like, yo, he's breaking the mood by bringing her up. That's where it could be.
I would confront it.
You have
And
to.
you would.
How?
You have.
You
I
put
would,
it. You would do it with kid gloves, or you would do it. How would you?
Well, she should just say like, I feel like you're kind of obsessing over your
obsessing.
kids.
That's triggering. That's
Or you could just ask him like, are you still in love with her?
Mm.
Like,
You know what that answer is gonna be though, right?
you never
You gotta-
know.
you gotta-
You never know.
No, you don't ever know. But with someone that is, if you already know someone is obsessing over them, you're asking a question that you're expecting to be answered, but most likely you're going to get the answer that
Not an
They
honest
wanna-
answer.
okay.
Exactly.
No. He's gonna be honest. He's gonna say, no, I hate her, and that means I love her. Because the opposite of love is not hate; it's indifference.
if it's opposite day always. What?
You're right. You're right. Meaning you're wrong. But then you're right.
Yeah, listen. I would if honestly if I was her, I would first set the mood. This is not something that you're hopping on him with when he's coming home from work. You're gonna cook for him, make a dinner, have whatever his favorite beer or wine, or if he likes to smoke. No, real talk. Real talk. No, this is what this in my head. This is what it looks like. To have a complete, honest conversation. I would do this and not just jump into it, but ease your way into it. Maybe you might even ask, "Yo, did anything go wrong with your baby moms today?" Because you didn't say anything about her. Usually you talk about her every day. So you didn't say anything about her today.
That's passive aggressive, Kyle.
It is. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, no. It's very passive aggressive.
Why would you, Remy, why would you give someone advice to come at somebody passive aggressive?
Because what are you going to do? You're going to be aggressive to meet aggression when you know the person is already obsessed with this person.
How about this? Listen. I want to be here for you. I don't want you to go into a shell. I want to be able to be here and talk to you about these things. But you have to know, you have to kind of temper how many things you put on my plate, because it's kind of weighing me down and it's weighing how we're growing.
I need more information about this situation.
This is just from me.
I think it's more than enough.
Like, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
You gotta be stern. You gotta be honest. You gotta leave the door open. You gotta do a lot of things. You almost have to juggle. You have to leave the door open for communication, but you have to be like, yo, listen, this is stunting our growth. You know what I mean? Like, it is you bringing this up too much. Yes, I want to be here for you, and I want to get you over, but our growth is stunting because you're bringing her up too much. I don't want to make it seem like I don't want to talk to you about it. When it is something big, yes, bring it to me. But right now, it's a lot on my plate with her. Let me just do that. And then, because I still want to love your kids. And then you could sauce it up on the end. Yes, I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to have animosity towards her when you do work it out with her.
Exactly.
You could sauce it up on the end. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to talk your way out of it, leave the door open, and still let him know you're doing a little bit too much with this thing.
You got to talk him into it.
Right.
And the way you talk him into it is you come with understanding. Like, we've been together 18 months, and I really care for you a lot, and I hope you care for me a lot, right? And I hope that what we have is real, and you would be honest with me, right? And sometimes when you speak about your kid's mother, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Do you care for her still? Like, just be honest with me. Like,
ask me the same question.
If you approach this situation like that, like,
ask you.
Ask me.
Do you still care for her?
No, I don't give a fuck about that bitch.
You get everything you want.
Okay, this is another thing,
listen,
right? Another thing is that
dudes,
she knows women.
We know
okay,
this.
No,
we know this as men. We know this.
This is why I'm saying the approach is very, very important. That's why you lead with, we've been together. I care for you. I think you care for me too. So I expect you to be honest with me, right? So she already knows what she feels, right? So it's just all about the validation of it. Getting him to say what she already knows is going on. So the question is that if he does tell her that, I still do have feelings for her, is she still sticking around, or is she moving on? That's the other question. Because if you communicating with him the right way, if he's a good dude and he's all the qualities that you said, and he feels for you like you feel for him, he should be honest with you.
Hell yeah.
Right? And if he's honest with you, are you sticking around? Are you working through him getting over his kid's mother?
Hell yeah.
And it's like, do you want her to ask questions that she doesn't want to know? What if she be like, yes, I am still in love with her? Is that a deal breaker? if you're with somebody that's in love with somebody else, is that a deal breaker?
It should be.
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
It's kind of weird, right?
It never works out. It doesn't work out.
If it's you got to think about it. If you have
18 months,
let's say they said 2 kids, right?
2 kids.
You have 2 kids with this woman. Obviously, you had some type of connection to them. How could you not have some love for them?
Well, she asked you told her to ask her in love. Are you in love with her? If he says yes, I'm still in love with her. That's a problem.
I don't think I can be completely honest. I don't think that's a problem. I think it's something that you guys could work through. They've only been together for a year and a half. Him and the other lady, they had at least 2 kids, so they had to be at least 2 years. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like you have to at least try and work through it. I don't think that's a deal breaker. Okay. I really don't. Right. I think that it's something that could be worked through.
Not asking questions you're not ready.
Oh, me too. That's why I don't. And my wife, she always. I don't ask. I'm just that type of dude.
Right.
Like, I trust you. I know what your situation is. I don't need to dive into everything. My wife wants to dive into everything. She wants to know everything, everything. And I'm just not that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, to answer your question, I don't think that's a deal breaker, and I only don't think that's a deal breaker only because he was with the other lady longer than he was with her, and I think it's something they could work through if they both really care about each other.
I don't.
So in a nutshell, Ron, what do you tell Robin from Jersey? What advice is Cigars and Whiskey giving her?
I would say approach this situation. Get him to open up and be somewhat vulnerable, right? If he cares for you, you highlight the care that he has for you. And if he does care for you, he will be honest with you, right? And once you ask him that question and he tells you, yay or nay, then you can make a real calculated decision on how you want to move forward. Yeah, I think that's the only thing you can do you can only confront it that way. Yeah. And your intuition is already telling you what you already know.
Yeah, your spidey senses is definitely tingling.
Yeah, like you could tell, like, it's not
thank you for reaching out to us too. Yeah, doors are open. You know what I
mean? Yeah, anybody out there, man, if you have any questions, you need some advice on anything centered around relationships, even relationships, friends, families, all that stuff like that, hit us up. Shoot us over a DM on Instagram. You can also email us at podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. All right.
Thank you. Before we leave, let's this bike has been on
yes.
Let's talk about this beautiful piece of machinery.
I like the bike.
Yes. Another one of our sponsors, Line 3 Bikes. Right.
Can you pin them, Corey, or is that possible? Yeah.
We'll do something afterwards. See, this is the thing. We've been working on the set, trying to get everything together, working with different things. This is supposed to be the main piece centered around the set, right? Shout out to Kendu, Line 3 Bikes. If you are a cycling enthusiast, or if you're not, because I've rode this bike one time in my entire life, right? For me, it's a piece of art, right? One of one, none before this, none to come. You're never gonna find a bike like this. He makes one of one bikes, your own personalized design. Anything that you can imagine in your head, he can put it on wheels, right? So check him out, Line 3 Bikes on Instagram.
He's worked with big people in the culture too, right?
Yeah. Most of your favorite celebrities, he's done bikes for them. Yeah. So hit him up. Think of the wildest shit you can think of, and he'll put it on a bike. And trust and believe. Even if you don't ride, you can sit it on the wall and it looks beautiful. right?
That's what Ron does.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk.
All right. So, yeah, check him out. And, you know, he's going to be pretty much a running sponsor because his product is going to be showcased on the set every show.
For sure.
All right. So, shout out to everybody that's tuned in.
Thank you.
Hopefully you guys got some value on this particular show. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's cigars with an S, whiskey. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that, right? Cigars, the and sign, whiskey podcast. Remember to like all our videos, subscribe to the channel. Even when you come on the live, if you hit the like button, the algorithm can help us out and get it out to more people. All right. Again, if you need advice, you have any questions, comments, if you have recommendations, you want to recommend cigars or whiskeys for us to showcase on the show, shoot us over an email, podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Before we go, how we feeling? Just the final go around on the what is this thing called? Dickel bourbon.
George Dickel
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Right.
Aged 8 years. Yeah.
It's good. All right. Let's be real about it. The last couple of whiskeys that we had were subpar. Mm-hmm. This is the best that we've had in a while. As far as bourbons go, it's a little. It's on point with the sweetness. It's not too sweet.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's not as sweet as a lot of other.
It's not as sweet. If this is readily available, I would interchange this with Jack Daniels.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. This one. How much is Jack though?
35, 30.
Yeah, 750 mils, like $30-$35.
Yeah.
This was $40.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel like this is like a real middle of the road bourbon. Mm-hmm. Like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing jumps off your tongue with it.
At all.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
It does the trick. You know what I mean? Not
what's the proof on it? What's the
90.
proof?
It's not super
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's all right. You know. So
it's me.
All right. So tell us if you tried Dickel bourbon. Let us know how you felt about it. And again, if you have any recommendations, let us know what we should be drinking, and we'll have it on the show.
Or better yet, send it to us.
Yeah. And if you like the content that we're putting out and you want to show some support, you can send a bottle. You can send cigars. You can also hit us up on Cash App. It's the same as the Instagram. Cigars Whiskey. Cigars with an S, whiskey. All right. Yes. So with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, guys.